Educational tourism has been key to connecting the international Jewish community to Israel. But coronavirus pandemic has not been so kind to the programs that provide these experiences, raising concerns over how diaspora communities in Israel will remain in touch. India Persaud has more.
From booming to barely there, the tourism industry in Israel is expected to be the last to return to normalcy after the coronavirus pandemic. Educational tourism, too, has been hit especially hard. Educational tourism is travel in which the main purpose is learning about the region and culture. In Israel, the industry alone generates $300 million per year. The sector's revenue has plunged by 2/3, a reported $200 million loss attributed to the pandemic. Educational tourism draws nearly 80,000 young Jews to Israel every year, but the COVID-19 crisis has caused 60,000 of them to back out.
I'm very concerned that we will miss the whole generation of tens of thousands of students that will not be able to come to Israel.
Those who partake in these Israel trips come by several ways, like through army programs, Jewish schools, and youth movements, many of which are facilitated through Masa, an organization that leads long-term experiences in Israel. With government budgets and donations being cut, there is concern over how subsidiary Masa organizations, such as Israel Experience, will have the capacity to function given the lack of resources.
Close to 80% of our employees, our permanent employees, are in unpaid leave.
However, there may still be some hope on the horizon. Many Masa programs reported record enrollment during the 2008 financial crisis. And now there is anticipation that people today will turn to Israel for the prospect of boosting future career opportunities.
People that were laid off or finished college and didn't find a job, it was said, this is the time for me to go, to upgrade my CV, to have an Israel experience, to do the international experience here.
And there's even reassurance that not all is lost to the coronavirus.
We had about 7,500 participants here in Israel, and about 40% of them decided to leave. I'm very optimistic, so I'm focusing, and we did focus on the 60% that stayed here and continued throughout the time.
As Masa continues to recruit for the fall-winter season of this year, they have confidence that the diaspora community will keep connected.